Well, oh, hello. Hey, good morning. It's Cindy K. Jones, right here, having my coffee. Good morning, everyone in YouTube land and in the world. Hang on, I got a little something right there. Yikes. Okay, right there. Okay, hi. Hey, it's Cindy here, and it's Saturday morning, and it's time for me to say hello to you. Hello, I'm a medium. I'm a spiritual medium. Let's see if this light gets any better. A little bit, right? So, hey, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be on here and talking. Let's see what I did last night. Last night was trance night. So, did a trance dim. That was fun and had lots of beautiful, from what I understand, conversations from the other world. So, what is trance? Trance mediumship is a form of mental mediumship in that the other world is using the mind of the medium. And it's not like mediumship with the perceptive state. So, as we know it, mediumship with the perceptive states would be, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairgoustiance, which is the taste, clairolfactory, which is the nose, and clairaudience, which is the hearing. So in the trance stem, did not use my perceptive states. That would be what we call perceptive mediumship or evidential mediumship. Trance is allowing that which is of the other world to come closer to the medium, and the medium separates from their consciousness and has this beautiful surrender, this passivity that they have. I have to use the word developed, a comfortable level with surrender to that degree. And there was phenomena. There was an older lady that came through. I think her name was Mary, and she was British, and they could see the wrinkles around my upper lip. There was morphine in my mouth, that kind of thing. It sounds very odd to talk about, but that's what trance is. And in America, we say trance. Sounds very sharp to say it that way. So I usually refer to it as trance. And then I believe the first control, I believe, was a Southern woman. She's not a Southern woman I brought through before, though. I did not get the name of the control, but or if she even gave a name, but they said that she sounded very Southern. But I'll be doing more demonstrations of trance as we continue down this road. I say me and my spirit team continue down this road together on this wonderful journey we call life. Okay, so that's what I did last night. And coming up is table tipping. We're doing a table tipping dim the 14th of November at Energistic in Broken Arrow. What is table tipping? Table tipping was quite popular during the Victorian era, and usually very popular amongst high society. And they would put their fingers, they would sit around a table of pretty good weight. I know that's subjective, but this table wouldn't be easily lifted. And be men and women putting their hands, just their fingertips, the tops of their hands on the top of the table, and with talking to the other world, sometimes singing spiritual songs, asking the other world to come forward and showing their presence by tipping the table, having the table lift off the ground, maybe one leg. And it takes an immense amount of energy to do that. You really have to have the right people together, the right mindset, intentions, everything, right intention. And spirit would come in and this table would lift. Then they would start asking questions of a spiritual nature to the spirit world, who would answer by sometimes, this isn't across the board, but sometimes you would get the table would come up and go down, 1 knock for 2, 2 knocks for no. You establish a yes or no by asking the other world to show you. And then they would get the answer to their questions. So we're going to do, we're going to do a sample of that, or a sample or an evening of this on the 14th of November at Energistic in Broken Arrow. Go to cindykjones.net. That's my website, and you can find out more about it. Go to energistic.com or call Energistic 918-455-0102, and you can get some more information about the table tipping. Would really love to have you there. Hang on, I need some more. Okay, so I have cats in the background, so if you hear them chirping and talking, you will hear them. I have Esmerella, I have Marina, and I have Aunt Gloria. Those are our 3 cats. And 3 dogs. I have Maggie, Norman, and Huck. Sadly, we had Alfonso, and Alfonso passed away. So Alfonso was a great dog. He's a little dash hound, and he's in the other world now. And love him very, very much. Hang on, more coffee. So I thought I would come on here and talk a little bit, what I can, about, we're waking up. That was Norman. Norman's going to come over and say hello. Come here, Normie. Come say hello. Come say hello to the people. Come on. He'll come. All right. Thought I'd talk a little bit, just in general, about managing your energy, being an empath, and being a spiritual medium. And very important to do that. When we are empaths, we have a propensity to soak up other people's energy and the world's energy. We're like a sponge. And many times, I know with myself, it comes right down to being present, staying present, and not letting my beautiful imagination get the better of me. That's always something I really have to stay present with. Yes, Norman, I hear you. You are one of the best communicators of animals I know, and you definitely want to go outside while I'm making the video. Yes. Or he just wants to be on camera. But keeping mindful of your energy. There's a few ways that you can do this. Hang on, I'm going to let him outside. You want to see him? There he is, right there. Yeah, he already has his coat on. Hi, everybody. He has his coat on. Hi. And we have little Maggie May right there. Okay, let me put them outside. Norman, you going out? He didn't go outside, which is pretty typical of Norman. He's going to stand right here and talk. He probably just wants to be on camera too. But one of the ways that we can become aware of, is this our energy that is affecting us, or is it somebody else's, is really get grounded. By that I mean sit down. Sit yourself down as hard as that can be. Turn off the phone. Take a deep breath from the soles of your feet up to the top of your head and push it out. Let that long exhale out. And then really come to the present moment. If you have to do this, touch whatever is around you. Chair, edge of table, soft shirt, my hair. Those are very physical things to ground you in the present moment. Here comes Normie. Get to know Norman. He'll be in the videos. Here's Norman. Say hello, Norman. Hello to the people. Okay. Touch things around you. This brings you in the present moment. This keeps that rumination or that cycle of I don't feel great. I'm really nervous and upset. It stops it for just a brief moment. Then come into the present moment. Who do I have with me? Say it to yourself inside your head. Say it to yourself out loud. Who is this? Think about who you have around you, your spouse, your partner. Perhaps it's your animals. Perhaps it's your neighbor. Maybe it was some jerk in traffic. Maybe it's some jerk you dated. Maybe it's some jerk from 20 years ago just coming into your present mind. Whatever it is, become aware. Is it them or is it me? And get really honest. And if it's somebody else, let it go. It's not yours. Hey, Norman. Oh, yes, Norman has a message for you too. He says this is for your animals as well. That animals can feel this way too. Norman's definitely an empath with me. Yeah, baby. That's so good. And he definitely is my soulmate. He's somebody that, yes, honey, I adopted him from Animal Aid a long time ago, and here in Tulsa. And he, I don't live in Tulsa, but Animal Aid's in Tulsa. And Norman came and lived with me and became my best friend. So, and he's certainly a sweetheart. Yes, and he's good. He really, if I'm talking to you guys, he wants to talk to you guys. He doesn't want to be left out. He's a joiner. Okay. All righty. But that's very important, isn't it, for empaths? I know this is really going to sound very odd, but being an empath for myself can make it very difficult. Sorry, for me. I love you too. For me to sometimes really want to engage with people, with the world. Not that that sounds strange, but it has to do with personal hygiene and not always just having the energy to put on what I would say, my face. Put on just a smiley face. Your smile can clean so much of the negativity, but it's necessary. It's necessary to get out of bed, have that set time every day to do it, set an appointment to get it done, and you're going to feel so much better. It's going to really going to help. I promise you. I promise you. These are tips from Musings with a Spiritual Medium. Just basic stuff, guys, really. But when you get caught up in life and life deals you really tough things, that gets hard to do. It really does. You think, why bother? Who cares? Well, you know what? I care. I do. And you can post in the chat after you watch this video and let me know what you're going through, because I do care. I've been there and it sucks. But there's a way out, and the way out is through. Right? Oh, Norman, look, he's settled. Check him out. There he is. Okay. All right, guys. Also, let's talk a little bit about what I call telepathy. So, in animal communication, it's telepathic communication, although I've taken that word and I've really evolved it to something that I call telesentience. And it is really more encompassing of just what I would call the mind-to-mind frequency of the mind to another animal's or interspecies mind. So an interspecies would be not a dog, or could be a horse, could be a cricket, could be a mouse, could be a butterfly, could be a bird, could be a fish, could be anything, because there's consciousness, and you can communicate with another consciousness, or plants as well, because animal communication goes into shamanism. Nature. However, I've really taken that word telepathy, I've evolved it to something I call telesentience, which is really allowing all the perceptive states to play a part in the communication, not just in the mind. And as you do this, you will be having an experience that goes beyond words. It goes beyond anything you've ever experienced, because you don't even have to formulate what you're saying at some point. In the beginning, you do, but it becomes more about intention, and that intention is understood by your recipient who you're communicating with. The most important part of what I would call telepathy, telesentience, is the receiving part. And that is once you push out in the mind with the intention to communicate, you become very aware on your end of the receiving. And that's so important, guys, to be quiet and listen. So important. Now, I will say, as a spiritual medium and as someone who got into this field through trauma, through very difficult things in life that happened, that broke down the barrier of something I'd been resisting my entire life. One of the ways I showed up when I was younger was when I did talk, I had a terrible habit of interrupting. And to this day, I still have to be very mindful. Listen, Cindy, listen to what people say. Don't try to formulate what you're going to say in the middle of what they're talking about. Listen. So it's something that when you are doing the work of whether you're communicating with those in the other world or animals, is becoming passive and being present and doing the service to whether you're here in the physical, listening to someone, or if it's spiritual, to listen. And that requires discipline, at least on my part, because I always want to try to formulate what I'm going to say. Sometimes it's a way to sound intelligent, to way, if I'm being honest, perhaps sometimes to show, hey, look what I know. Okay. But when you do that with animals, it's a no-go, because they are very much in the present moment. When animals are out in the wild, if they're thinking anything else other than survival, they're not going to live. They are being stalked by predators. They're trying to survive. They're very much in the present. When they let their guard down, that could be at the end of their life. And so, and how does that correlate with just basic communication? Be present, be focused, have an intention. In this moment today, show up ready to listen to others. Perhaps speak less words and listen more. Maybe that's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Cats are scratching. Do you hear them? Nice. There goes my chair. Hang on. Okay. So Norman's getting comfy. But telepathy is how animal communication it operates at the beginning, and then it really just becomes more of, I would say, a whole body experience, not just here in the mind. And there's a whole development that goes on in learning how to hold the conversation in the mind, but have it work through the solar plexus. There's a whole development in that, and how to work in sync with both parts of your body in that way. So it's very interesting. Yeah. So what else can I share with you in this day? I have recently brought my spiritual practice back online. I took a year off. Didn't know I was going to take a year off, but at some point my health demanded it. And my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health, it all demanded it. And it came from just giving too much of my time to others, which sounds selfless, but it was actually selfish on my part. And I won't do it again. Lesson learned. But it is in the tough times that we grow, and that we're stretched with new links in which to grow, as another medium once was known for saying. And here I am, and up, onwards and upwards. So tough times definitely come in life. I wish they didn't. I wish it was all living on top of the mountain and glorious and blue skies and sunshine, but that's not life, is it? It's just not. And it is in the tough times that we're able to grow and stretch. And when that season is over, and it will always be over, no, no season that we're in that's tough lasts forever. It seems like it does, but it doesn't. And when it's over, when the taskmaster is gone, when the lessons learned, we're stretched with new links in which to grow. And it does give us empathy for others. It definitely has put me on the path to knowing that my work as a spiritual medium is what I'm here to do. When I say spiritual medium, I mean animal communicator as well. To me, it's spiritual, and also that kind of opens the door to talk about the spiritual and the religious really complement one another, don't they? I don't think it's one or the other. It's and. It's and. And to me, uh, it is. I'm a religious person, but not as much as I used to be, I'll say that. But I definitely haven't thrown my faith away. It definitely shows up in new ways, which being part of the spiritual community, I've been around spiritual people who really have a bad taste in their mouth with religion, and well, they should, because they've been burned by it. However, I have two, but to throw it out, there goes Normie, to throw it out 100% would be a disservice to me. It would limit my mediumship. Also, at my core, I love theology. I could study theology all day long, and into the night. I vibe with it, but not the dogma. I don't really land in one dogmatic area of religion. I definitely go into the mystical side of any tradition, but I'm so interested in studying and learning about theology that, and I take it and I use it in my spiritual work, because I have all people from all over the world that come to me, whether they're in Dubai, whether they're in Shanghai, China, whether they're in Plano, Texas, whether they're in Cassville, Missouri. I have to have an understanding. I want an understanding of how they show up in the world and express their faith. And you know what? If you vibe as a Southern Baptist and you need that to get through life, and it's how you show up and it's how you believe and it's your tradition, do it. Go for it. If you vibe as a Buddhist and it's how you show up in the world and it's how you're going to make a difference in the world with helping others understand suffering, do it. If you are part of the Church of Flying Spaghetti and it's how you show up in the world and you want to help others through that belief, do it. I really don't care how you show up in the world. What I care about is your soul, and and that you are being fed and you are doing you and you're not being manipulated. That's what I care about. So if I could turn my camera around, if I knew how to do that, I would definitely show you what I'm looking at. It is a hot mess of three animals in front of me just trying to get my attention because Mama's talking on the camera. Look here. Hello. I'm going to see if he's going to go outside, and then I'm going to pop back on here. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. All right. So also as a working medium, I have an office in Tulsa, And if you want a private sitting, if you want to get something scheduled on Zoom, if you want a phone session, no matter where you are in the world, I can help you. I've been fortunate enough to work in Shanghai, China. I have done demonstrations all over the United States and enjoyed it. Last year was really, when it showed me when I took time off that I needed it. Also, that I could take time off, and it was a blow to my ego, but much needed at the time. And I live to tell the day that I'm healed, healing, and forgiven and forgiving. And that's been the best part of this journey, is understanding that phrase, forgiven and forgiving. Also, I'm filming I'm excited to share. I'm filming a series called Ozark Hollows and Hauntings, and it'll soon be out, probably in the early part of 2024. And doing an episode on the Mountain Maid, and doing an episode on an area called Thomas Holler. And those are the first 2 episodes. Getting the paperwork all sorted out now for Pidge, which is a battlefield in the Ozarks that holds a lot of heavy energy. Some people say it's haunted. I don't believe that it is. I believe that it's more residual energy, which residual energy is energy that plays like a loop. So sometimes you feel that you're seeing a haunting, right? Like a ghost. But what it is, it's a memory, and it's something very tragic happened there, heavy. And because of that, the memory plays like a loop. And a sensitive person can become aware of the memory, but if they don't know it's residual, they think that it's the paranormal is playing out right in front of them. We call it spirit agency. It's not the office of spirit. What it is it's a memory that plays like a loop, and it needs to be cleared. And even sometimes trying to clear it doesn't help because of the trauma, and certainly a war, civil war, like the battlefield at Pea Ridge, Arkansas, definitely holds a lot of residual energy. A lot of battlegrounds throughout the United States do. Okay. Anyway, I'll be going there, but getting the permission first to film there. So I'm really excited about all that. Literally, I didn't work for a year, and as soon as I brought my website back up, within, I would say, not even 48 hours, the booking started to happen again, and got this offer on this series, and it was just incredible. So here I am, and I'm so excited about it. Lets me know that it was divine intervention that pulled me aside and said, take some time off and heal. And maybe you feel that way where you're at right now. If you do, please post something in the chat and let me talk to you, because I've been there and it hurts. It sucks. It does. It's terrible when life beats you up and spits you out and chews you up and spits you out, and you're left with nothing, but you're just breathing, and you don't even want to breathe. And that's a tough place to be in. But thank God, for the divine and angels, because I was saved by that. And onwards and upwards. And your spirit people don't want that for you either, y'all. Your spirit people want you happy and whole. They do understand you're going to go through tough times, but they do want you to know there is a season for it, and there's purpose in the pain. And when you find the purpose, what I can say in the soul, the color that starts to emerge is silver. And in other words, you're not bitter about the pain anymore. There is a bitterness to pain, definitely. The flavor of it is bitter. Doesn't feel good. There's nothing spiritual about the enjoyment of pain. It is finding the purpose in it that brings us to the understanding of why it came. Perhaps we don't get the full understanding in this lifetime, but a wee bit of understanding can come. And that silver starts to emerge. If you've ever heard the expression, every cloud has a silver lining, that's what I'm talking about. And that color actually does present itself in the auric field. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. It comes from a place of hard work, and that's not easy to get to when you're in the throes of such pain. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Sorry for all the delays between the fairy babies, and they're barking outside now at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. So, you can reach out to me at cindykjones.net. I'd be happy to talk to you. And this has been Musings with the Medium. Your personal energy is yours. Don't give it away to people. Don't give your power away. Stand in your power, but don't give it away. It's never a good thing, and sometimes we do it unknowingly to narcissists, to people that don't have our best intention, and they just feed off of it, and it leaves us being depleted and drains us of our empathy. And empathy is a beautiful gift, but it does have to be managed, and self-awareness is very important when you're an empath. So anyway, the divine in me bows to the divine in you. And until we meet again, here's Musings with the Medium. Namaste.